And welcome back to a now sunny Rab Rogers Field here in Arkadelphia, Arkansas for the second half of this Saturday doubleheader between the Ouachita Tigers and the visiting Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys. Up on the mound for Ouachita is Luke House here in this 7-inning game. I'm Isaac Bourne, joined by Chris Babb, and we're excited for another exciting one after that last one earlier today ended with a 7-5 win for Arkansas Tech, where Ouachita made a 9th-inning rally just short of coming up with the win there.
There you got to look at the numbers for Luke House. 4-3 on the season, ninth start. All appearances of his have been starts, 43 innings pitched, 46 hits, 18 walks, 48 strikeouts, 28 runs, 27 of those earned. Opponents are batting .272 off of the senior righty, 6'6", 185 pounds from Decatur, Texas. A couple of Decatur High School products getting the start in Game 1 and Game 2 on the mound on the weekend series. Saw the Decatur High School baseball Twitter account talk about Chase and Luke this past week.
Now Arkansas Tech looking at the lineup for them to start. At first it'll be Tyler Sardelli, followed up by Cole Dawson, Simon Murray. Then in the lineup following them will be Christian Olea, Sawyer Duddleston, Kirby Jenkins, Colby Webb, Brendan Bard, and Luke Ray. Sardelli will take the first pitch for a strike, and then he'll foul that one off. Then in the field for Ouachita, you look across the board, Aiden Lemasters at first base, Andrew Cox at second, Reese McWilliams at third, Wesley Scott at shortstop, Garrett Graham, Isaac Nall, Gavin Jacobs in the outfield, and then Joseph Bolin at catcher, and Luke House, as you see, number 14 on the mound. 1-2 count for House. And that one, that's going to be punted out to the left side, and just barely not enough distance as the grab is made out in left field by Garrett Graham.
Never seen anybody kick a baseball. Punt it out to left field.
Just trying out some new terms. I said booted earlier. Got to try out some new syntax.
Oh. Watch your mouth.
And that one's going to clip the shoulder of Dawson, and he'll take first base.
Center fielder Simon Murray.
And then that'll be the first base of the game taken for either team. Now stepping up to the plate will be Simon Murray. Showing bunts, but then he'll pull it back. That one will go low for House. Going to check on the runner on first. Cole Dawson on the season. He's got 15 stolen bases on 19 attempts. He's been caught in the base paths 4 times. And that one will be bunted off, but Murray will foul it behind him. See, you saw him clap his hands there. Not happy with that one.
Yeah, Arkansas, sorry, the pollen really hit me after that last at bat. Arkansas Tech trying to use some small ball to get another runner in scoring position here in the top of the first. Glad to be able to not have to worry about if I say this, it's going to jinx it, but could get another one of our cameras out there with the rain seemingly gone.
The wind today blowing a little out towards left field. Earlier today it was towards the right side of the field, but now looks to be, you see that flag out in the outfield. Now it's slowed down, so just a light wind as that one's going to get past the infield, and that's going to go down for a base hit for the Wonder Boys.
Reese McWilliams tried to make a diving stop at it. It went just under his glove. Would have been a tremendous stop from Reese, but just went under his glove.
Swing and a miss to start the count for Christian Olea. Coming into this matchup, he's batting .327 on the season.
Boy, Luke had a really good outing last week. I know you were gone. I filled in for you. Luke went the distance in this the second game, which was a 7-inning game. And he was down 3-0. He had one bad inning, gave up 2 runs, down 3-0 coming into the top of the 7th. Struck out the side to kind of keep Oklahoma Baptist at bay, and then Ouachita was able to score 4 in the bottom of the 7th. Just did a really, really nice job on the mound.
And that one skied out to the outfield on the left field side. Isaac now going to make the running grab, and he'll keep the runners at bay for now. 2 outs. Luke House just needs to retire one more to send Ouachita to the plate.
Good crowd on hand. It's good to see the Ouachita softball team in attendance. They played Thursday and Friday up at Arkansas Tech. Lost 3 tough ones, 3 close games. They're not able to watch many baseball games, especially during conference play, because the GAC schedule has it. If baseball's here against Tech, then softball will be at Tech because of weather in Russellville. They played earlier, so good to see Coach Jackson and crew out here today. I believe Coach Jackson's going to try to make his way up to the booth and hop on with us at some point today.
And House, that one just can't find the zone. 2-0 for the senior. Facing off against number 18, Sawyer Duddleston. And the breaking ball finds the zone. Floats right in there, and Duddleston watches it go by. Swing and a miss, so now 2-2, 1 strike ends the frame for House.
Again, it was a breaking ball, started over the middle of the plate, breaking away from that right-handed batter. He was effective with that last week as well. Paulin got Isaac too. Wow,
and
nice.
Got him on the inside. Luke House, the breaking ball ends the frame, and Ouachita will head to home plate following this break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
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 How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Bottom of the first here in this sunny afternoon here in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Now taking to the rubber will be Daniel Hutchinson, the junior for Arkansas Tech. He's got a 6.16 ERA on the season, and he'll go up against this Ouachita lineup. Led off by Isaac now, following will be Wesley Scott, then Gavin Jacobs, Jackson Jester, Garrett Graham, Joseph Bolin, Reese McWilliams, Aiden LeMasters, and Andrew Cox. Now in the field for Arkansas Tech. At the pitcher, obviously, you see Hutchison, but then at first base, Tyler Sardelli. Second base, it'll be Luke Ray. Third base, Brendan Bard. Shortstop, Cole Dawson. Out in the outfield at left, it'll be Sawyer Duddleston. Center field, Simon Murray. And at right field, Kirby Jenkins. And then the man behind the plate for the second game in a row will be Christian Olea.
Hutchinson is a righty, a junior from Chandler, Arizona.
I don't know anyone from Chandler, Arizona. Do you?
Maybe Dustin Bermudez. Dustin Bermudez from Chandler, Arizona.
There are a good few Arizona names that have come out to Ouachita to compete. Obviously, Mikey Gonzalez, the now current player for the Florence Yawls, professional team out in northern Kentucky.
Isaac now first pitch swinging. Saw him lead off against Oklahoma Baptist in the bottom of the first with a home run. Fouls that one off, coming out attacking offensively.
And now grounds it right out to Dawson, and he makes the easy throw to first. And after the ground out by Now, that'll set up Wesley Scott. He's batting .284 on the season. He's got 3 home runs and 17 RBIs. The switch hitter has been batting left-handed most of today, and he'll stay there for now. Hutchison makes that one go a little high. And Scott puts bat on the ball and gets it into the gap, shallow center field, and he'll take a base. He'll start off the production for Ouachita today, as that'll be the first man on base for the Tigers. Next up in the 3-hole, Gavin Jacobs. Garrett Graham, usually the man in the 3-hole for Ouachita, will be replaced by the redshirt freshman from Bossier City. And Jacobs ground to second, and a double play is made. And the Tigers getting flashbacks to that 9th inning, where that was how they got out from the same batter in the 3-hole, but that'll send us to another break. We're tied at none apiece for either team. We'll be back with Arkansas Tech at the plate here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who is an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
Go to the top of the second inning. Ouachita trying to tie this series. Take a look at elsewhere in the Great American Conference. We mentioned UAM won the series at Harding last night with a 5-4 win in Game 3 in 13 innings. Swept the doubleheader yesterday. East Central has won the first 2 games of its series with Southwestern. They're in the middle of Game 2. Northwestern has scored 32 runs in its first 2 games at Southern Nazarene. 20-17 was the Game 2 final. Oklahoma Baptist got a big win last night at home against Southeastern. 2 games today. Couldn't get that score. They should be done with Game 1 about now. They were in the 8th between games. And then Henderson State and Southern Arkansas across the street. Henderson State was trailing Southern Arkansas in the 8th inning. 4-0. Game 2 will be later this evening, with Game 3 tomorrow. Ouachita and Henderson, the only 2 playing home games tomorrow. And Game 3 of this series will be tomorrow at 1 o'clock. 6-7-8 for the Wonder Boys as Kirby Jenkins comes to the plate, Isaac.
Jenkins was a valuable piece in the outfield last game for Arkansas Tech. He'll take his first pitch of the day right past his face for a ball.
Got that one up close and personal. Boy, another nice breaking ball from Luke House. He ended the top of the first with that breaking ball to Duddleston, I believe, and it's really working nicely for House. House, the 6'6", 185-pound senior from Decatur, Texas.
And that one, Scott able to pick it up, and he'll make the throw to first. Looks like they're going to say he went off the bag, so it'll be safe at first.
Well, they're coming up to talk to the home plate umpire. They're going to talk about it. Home plate umpire has a good angle of that. He said, I don't think he ever got back on it. What did you see? I did. This is where lip reading comes in handy with a super zoom camera. Okay, so you had him contact. Okay, so we got an out. Okay, all right.
And just some good deliberation between the umpires here, and that's going to be a good out for Ouachita, and a very precarious situation could have been. And now the first out will go down at first base. Great play by Wesley Scott to be able to make the pickup on the run and then get the throw over to first. And that one's going to get down out in right field. He's going to try to take two. And the tag is made. Scott able to pick it up and put his glove on the runner, Colby Webb. Just got a little bit greedy there, and great throw to start that one off, though, by Gavin Jacobs out from foul territory. Now 2 outs on 2 very highlight-inducing plays for Ouachita, and while this game might be scoreless, we're already almost an inning and a half into this one, and it's not been short of excitement as the throw across the field is made by McWilliams, and that'll send us to another break. Ouachita keeps Arkansas Tech off the bases, and we'll be back after the break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
To the bottom of the second, no score, no runs on 2 hits, no errors for Arkansas Tech, no runs on 1 hit, no errors for the Tigers. It will be the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Ouachita. Jackson Jester, Garrett Graham, Joseph Bolin, facing starting pitcher Daniel Hutchinson, the 6'5", 215-pound junior from Chandler, Arizona, product of Chandler Gilbert Community College. Jackson Jester steps up from the left side. We've talked about the freshmen in the lineup, those same 3 freshmen in the lineup for Ouachita, and he'll lead off the bottom of the second. There you go. You get to hear Isaac in stereo. I was trying to go back and watch that play and forgot to stop it, so we got to hear Isaac call Reese McWilliams. Good stop, and boy, that was a good defensive inning for the Tigers, Isaac.
And we talked about this in the earlier game, but this Ouachita team, you've said, not exactly a team that has the power on their bats all the time, but their defense is what's kept them hanging in this GAC now where they're sitting at 10-9 in Great American Conference play.
Yep, still above that line in the standings. And every time we put the standings graphic up, we have a line under the 8. And so 10-9 still right there above that line, and they would like to win this game to get a game back up.
And Jester, he'll put it out towards the second baseman, and the play is made at first.
How do you score that one? 1-4-3. It's the ever-present 1-4-3 went off the glove of Hutchison to the second baseman. So the 1-4-3 put out. Hutchinson tipped it to Ray, and he made the put out at first base. You don't see that one very often. Yeah.
Garrett Graham, he'll have his first time at the plate here. And some power out to left field, and that one overcomes the wall, and Garrett Graham will round the bases for the first score of the game. Ouachita takes an early 1-0 lead here on the solo home run from Garrett Graham. And now Joseph Bolin will step up to the plate for Ouachita following that sequence. That's the first home run hit at Rab Rogers Field today, and that one was against the wind.
Yeah, he knew off the bat that one had a chance, and you kind of could tell by the crowd who's been here at games. You knew that one had a chance, and we mentioned earlier the wind has not been blowing out today, but that one didn't really matter.
It had the distance, it had the power, and now you see people running out to try to find that ball. It's probably somewhere in the football practice field.
Looks like it was a successful retrieval attempt.
1-1-1 reads the scoreboard. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bolin on the season, batting .211. He's got 11 RBIs and a home run to his name.
Graham is the team leader in home runs. He now has 6.
And Bolin, the line drive right to Dawson, and he makes the catch. Just great positioning by the Wonder Boy infield, just in the right place at the right time for Cole Dawson. And that'll be the second out of the inning. That sets up Reese McWilliams in the 7 hole, the third baseman. Coming into this one, batting .244 on the season.
McWilliams had a double to left field in game 1.
And that one is just barely not going to overcome the infield, and Dawson once again will make the play at first. And that'll send McWilliams back to the dugout, and Ouachita back into the field after the break. Garrett Graham hits the home run to give the Tigers the lead, and they lead 1-0 heading back on defense here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Well, welcome back to Rab Rogers Field. Here you're going to get a look at the first score of the game. Garrett Graham gives it a ride over the left field fence, and a solo shot that gives the Tigers a 1-0 lead. 1 run on 2 hits. The 6th home run of the season from Garrett Graham, the junior from Abilene, Texas. Went to Abilene Wiley High School and Paris Junior College. You got to finish it with a good forearm fist bump. That was quality work right there. Way to finish that one up. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Luke House on the mound for Ouachita. Ray Sardelli Dawson. And we're going to welcome into the booth, Ouachita softball coach Jeff Jackson. Coach Jackson, thanks for joining us. Glad you're with us. It's kind of weird to see you and your girls actually able to be here at a baseball game.
Yeah, a nice treat. We were up in Russellville this weekend, and because of the pending weather, we got to bump to Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Which gave us a chance to get back home early last night and have a weekend off.
There you go, weekend off, and several of the girls, I think, sitting out in front of us watching as House faces Luke Ray. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Wonder Boys as Luke House now has a one-run lead to work with here in the top of the third of this 7-inning game. Tigers trying to force a rubber match tomorrow after Tech won game 1 7-5. Coach, it was spring break. You had a midweek game at Christian Brothers, and then also you were able to squeeze in a couple of projects as well. I saw some pictures of your team working in Cave City as Luke Ray fouls that one off. Count as 1-2. Kind of give us an idea of what you did in Cave City, what you were helping with, and why you believe that's important for your program.
Yeah, we put a lot of emphasis on making sure that we give back and help when and where we can. And I guess it's probably 2 weeks ago maybe we had some weather roll through here. And we didn't get the brunt of it, but Cave City did. Kate Province, our center fielder, she's from Cave City. So I immediately went to her, communicated with her dad a little bit just to see what we could do to help. And the best opportunity was to go up there and feed some of the volunteers that were helping to clean that place up and rebuild it. So about 8 girls and myself drove up there on Wednesday, passed out 100 very, very good pulled pork tacos.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Made it right at Sully Anderson Field.
Oh, yeah.
So top of the line stuff. And
Chloe's in the truck right now hearing that. She's probably going to ask if you can make pork tacos this weekend for her.
Yeah, we would do that for Chloe. She's our biggest fan.
That's right.
Absolutely
That's right.
Our biggest fan. But yeah, spent a day up there, spent about 4 hours. And just really good to see how that community has come together. And, everybody's out there helping, including the local prison. They had about 30 inmates out cleaning up and just, pulling weight for the community. And it was just a good day for us.
Nice off the bag again, the exact same call. Reese McWilliams with a ground ball across the diamond, the throw, and first base umpire says Aiden LeMasters came off the bag. We're not going to have much discussion about this one, so that's how it will stand. One out in the inning after Luke Ray flew out to Isaac. Now we go to Cole Dawson. Now Coach Howard is going to come out and ask if the home plate umpire will at least talk about it. Well, let's see. They're going to talk about it? Yes, they are. They're going to talk about it. And I guess as a coach, that's all you're wanting. You just talk about it, see if somebody has maybe a better angle, and talk about it. It worked in the first one. We'll see if it's 2 for 2 or if Coach Howard's batting 500.
Looks like he's batting 500.
There you go. So he will stay at first base, and Cole Dawson will come up to the plate. And Coach, let's talk about your team. It's a team that has some returners and new players. Second year in the season, second year as the head coach of this program. What are some of the things that you are trying to do in year 2, and what are some of the successes that you've seen?
Yeah, so we obviously we were very young last year. We graduated some great seniors that led the way for us last year. So replacing those with some incoming freshmen and some sophomores was really what we had to do. And a lot of our sophomores have grown up a lot in the game and also out of the game, and that's really helping us be more competitive in our first half schedule, which was pretty ridiculous from a competition standpoint.
Who did that? Who scheduled all those?
I have no idea.
Ground ball up the middle. Wes Scott ranges to his left, but can't field it. It went into the glove of Andrew Cox. He tried to step on the bag, but didn't have the ball in his glove, and so Arkansas Tech will have runners at first and second. That's going to go down as an error on Ouachita. So now first and second with one out. I guess you can't complain too much to the schedule maker, can you?
You cannot. Nope. He made his choices.
That's right. That's right. You talk about grow off the field as well. What are some of the things that you talk about when you see growth off the field from your team? Is a nice bunt. That's going to stay fair. Boland's going to have a quick one, and he's going to beat it out. That was a tremendous bunt from Simon Murray. And so now Arkansas Tech has bases loaded with one out after the bunt from Murray. Coach Howard came out for a second and thought he was trying to talk to one of the umpires, but we go on. So now we go to Christian Olea, the cleanup hitter, batting .327 coming into the game, and Luke House is in his first significant trouble of the game with one out, one pitch to get him out of it. That is a fly ball to center field. That's going to be deep enough to score a run as Nowell makes the catch. They'll tag from second and third. And so Arkansas Tech has tied up the game with a sacrifice fly from Christian Olea. Now has runners at the corners with two outs. Coach, let's go back to something you mentioned when you said seeing grown on the field and off the field. What are some of your goals when you have a young lady come into your program? What's some of the growth you want to see from them that you were talking about?
Yeah, I think we're given an opportunity every day to live our life in the best way. God put us on this earth for a reason. Some of us, it takes a long time to figure out what that reason is, but our battle cry is run to win. It's 1 Corinthians 9:24, and it essentially says, and I tend to keep it simple, it's like if you're going to do it to the best of your ability. And we talk about that being a teammate, a person, a friend, a brother, a sister, and a softball player. And that's really the foundation of what we try to instill and teach in everybody, and hopefully that correlates by the time some of these young kids start growing in our program.
At home this coming weekend, I guess we'll throw the weather permitting because the weather forecasters are not, as we now have runners on second and third with two outs. The meteorologists are not being kind to outdoor activities this week. There is an exciting opportunity this weekend, though, for you to recognize one of the pioneers of Ouachita softball and dedicating a plaque to former head coach Mike McGee. Take us through that and explain to us what the behind that is and when that will be.
Sure. Mike left a lasting impression on me. We became pretty good friends as my daughter Natalie was recruited by him and played for him, and we had a lot of softball talks and other type of talks during those during that time, and just became a mentor of mine and have a tremendous amount of respect for him and what he did for the softball program here. Basically a ground up situation. The banner has been hanging in right field, I think, since 2020. We
do have an intentional walk to Duddleston and bring up Kirby Jenkins, so now bases loaded with two outs. Sorry to interrupt you.
It's okay. So there's been a banner there, and I just thought it was appropriate that we put something more permanent. So we got with Bats and Signs, and they put together a really, really nice plaque for
nice breaking ball from House.
Great breaking ball. Stopped me in my tracks.
Yeah, it's an interesting angle from up where we are. We've seen that, saw it last weekend today from Oberle in game one, but that breaking ball that starts in the middle of the plate and breaks to the outside. The 0-1 pitch from House, big swing and a miss. And so we'll come back to your story about Mike, but this is a big spot here for Luke House. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded, top of the third. Tech has tied it. Luke House is going to try to keep it there. A base hit could score at least 2. The 0-2 pitch outside. Good pitch to waste. Kirby Jenkins comes into the game, one of the 5 seniors in this Tech lineup, batting .301 on the season. Faces Luke House, bases loaded, 2 outs. Fouled it out of play, and he'll live to see another pitch. There's something about one of those batters when you're in a spot like this, 1 and 2, just fouling off pitches, and staying alive. It gets in the pitcher's head, but it also kind of gives you confidence as a batter, and I know you love to see that as a coach.
Yes, yeah, foul balls from your batter and just staying alive. Tends to lean the batter's way over time.
Over time.
Yes.
Over time. House evens things up at 2-2 as that ball was high and outside. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 run in the inning.
Go back to that nasty curve right here.
He does. Ground ball. Scott fields it. He will throw across the diamond in time, and the Wonder Boys strand 3. They do get 1. And after going to the bottom of the third, it is 1-1. We'll keep it here and through this inning and wrap it up with Coach Jackson, but talk a little bit more about the timing of when you're looking to honor Coach McGee this weekend.
Yeah, we'll do it before first pitch, what is now scheduled for Saturday at 1 o'clock. So right before first pitch, Deb McGee, Coach's wife and his daughter will be there. Family will be there.
Beth was a fun one to watch.
Yep. Record holder in many
a lot of them.
In many categories for the softball program.
We're number 21 if my old memory serves me correctly.
Yep. Kid could pitch, hit, and run. Absolutely. So they're coming. We've got a nice presentation for them. Coach Sharp will be there on hand to say some words. And, we're just going to spend the day just remembering Mike for who he was and what he meant to the program.
Right, and it's against UAM as well. And I know there was a special relationship between Mike and UAM softball legend Alvy Early. So I think I even saw the UAM coach comment and said that he was glad, selfishly, that they were going to be there for that because there was a relationship between Coach Early and Coach McGee.
Yes, and I spoke with Coach Lim about that, and he's just so grateful, and he's super excited to be a part of it. And players from both teams will have a commemorative ribbon on their uniforms that day, and we're just really looking forward to giving Mike his much due honor.
That's right. Coach Jackson, thanks for joining us, and we'll bring Isaac back in here. But that's Saturday, weather permitting. You can, I guess, throughout the week, if we do have weather, you can check to OBU Softball and OBU Athletics on Facebook and to any changes to the schedule, right?
Yep, we'll get it updated and make sure everybody knows.
All right. Thanks, Coach Jeff Jackson, head coach for Ouachita Softball, as the Tigers softball team played at Arkansas Tech this Thursday and Friday, and so they're able to be here today. And so they play at home this next weekend against UAM, and a good weekend to honor former softball coach Mike McGee. Dawson fields that one, a strong throw across on the check swing for Aiden LeMasters, and first batter is retired by Daniel Hutchison. Came out for his third inning of work. 1 run on 4 hits, no errors for Arkansas Tech. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error for Ouachita. We go to Andrew Cox, the senior from Hot Springs, product of Lakeside High School, getting the start at second base here in Game 2. And in the 9-hole, Isaac Nowell on deck. Cox had a pinch hit single in Game 3 last week. Isaac Bourne joins me again in the booth.
Got to hear a little bit of the athletic communications side over there, talking about the game we've had so far. It's been a nice one, but kind of a pitcher's duel so far, just 1-1. But we'll see what happens here.
Sorry about the shake I just gave everybody at the house. When I panned over to that far, I realized that it was hitting the window. So, a little inside baseball there for those at home. See, Cox steps in the box. 1-1 count, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. 1-1 score. That fastball is outside for ball 2. Good crowd on hand today. Most of them are in the shade, so they're comfortable now. Got a little bit warm. 2-1 to Cox is outside for ball 3. So, Andrew Cox trying to get on base with 1 out to get it back to the top of the order to Isaac Nowell.
Chris, it just does come to me that this will be the first baseball game I've done since the time changed over. So, with the time changing over, it's 5 o'clock and we're playing baseball.
Andrew Cox with a hot shot through the left side. That gets into left field for a 1-out single. So, Cox gets a nice base hit to turn the lineup back over to Isaac Nowell. That was a hard hit ball. Got around on that one, did Andrew Cox. And so the Tigers have a runner on for Isaac Nowell.
It's always good to have a good hit out of your 9-hole batter so then you can set up the top of your lineup. And now one of the better hitters on this roster. We'll see what he does here.
First pitch swing, that's into right field. Looks like a play will be made. Cox has to retreat to first base, so the catch is made in right field by Kirby Jenkins. First pitch swinging for Isaac now. 2 outs now, and we go to the second spot in the Ouachita lineup to Wesley Scott.
Now batting the shortstop, Wesley Scott.
Scott flirting with 300 batting average at 291 so far. Due to his performance today, we'll see if he can get even closer with a couple hits today.
He's batting from the left side. He's got 3 home runs on the season. The wind is blowing now from left field to right field. If he could get one up in that right center field gap in the air in the jet stream, it might be 3-1 if he can square one up and pull it.
And that looked like when he was trying to do that there.
He does not get cheated with his swings. You know, we saw that, I saw that last week with Oklahoma Baptist, mentioned it on the broadcast a few times. Oklahoma Baptist did have a big strikeout number because they do go after some of those pitches, especially until they get to 2-strike count. Now the count on Scott is 1-1. Shot right back up the middle. Nice diving stop by Dawson, and he is able to make the throw across the diamond for the 3rd out. Have a game, Cole Dawson. Wow, what a play, diving up the middle behind the bag to make the play and get the 3rd out of the inning. So, nothing doing for the Tigers. After 3, we're tied at 1. Back for the 4th after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Set at the end of the 3rd inning, have a day, Cole Dawson. He's got 5 putouts today and 9 outs. Go to the top of the 4th inning. 7, 8, 9 hitters for Arkansas Tech facing Luke House, Colby Webb, Brendan Bard, Luke Ray. Webb batting .393 on the season coming into the game 2. Again, only 28 at-bats, so not a ton of at-bats, but the times he has been to the plate, he's 11 hits and 28 at-bats. The count is even, 1-1. The breaking ball starts a little bit too far upstairs and didn't quite break back into the zone for House. 2 balls, 1 strike. That fouled off of his bat. That's unfortunate for a batter. Colby Webb trying to get out of the way, and it comes up and in and fouls off the bat. And so now House has the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter in the 4th. The 2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. And Luke House gets the strikeout. That is his 2nd strikeout of the game, and it brings up Brendan Bard, 0 for 1 today. Bard was a defensive substitution in game 1, stayed in there and was productive at the plate, and he gets the start in game 2, and the breaking ball from House is inside and low.
And Bard, not a stranger to starting. He's actually started 16 games, made 23 appearances coming into this one. This will be at-bat number 62 for him this season, so him getting a spot here, he was able to make something happen and eventually able to be a part of that 5-run inning that gave Arkansas Tech the win earlier today.
The 2-0 pitch misses low, so the count is 3-0. Final in game one across the street, Southern Arkansas defeats Henderson State 6-2. The 3-1 pitch taken for a called strike two. Southern Arkansas scored 1 in the first, 2 in the third and sixth, and 1 in the eighth to defeat the Reddies. And have ball 4 from House to Brendan Bard. Henderson and Southern Arkansas will begin game 2 shortly. In game 2 in Weatherford, Oklahoma, game 2 of the doubleheader, top of the 7th inning. East Central down to its final 3 outs, trailing Southwestern Oklahoma 5-4. And they bat in the top of the 7th. They have already scored 1 run. So East Central trying to score a couple here in the top of the 7th and have a chance to sweep Southwestern. 1-0 the count now to Luke Ray, batting in the 9 hole. Ground ball, and that is a foul ball off of the foot of Luke Ray. The count is now 1-1. They'll give Ray a chance to walk that one off. Didn't know they had an organ at Rab Rogers, did you, Isaac?
I don't think they do, actually.
Oh, that's a real organ? Come on now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The throw back over to first. Aiden LeMasters goes upstairs for it.
And just a little bit of a programming alert. I know no one would want to turn off this game here, but Elite 8 starting right now over across for college basketball. So exciting to see how that one will go.
Still basketball going on?
I think so.
I believe the Division II championship games are this weekend as well. I'm going to say Pittsburgh State made the national championship game for the women. I could be completely wrong, but I am pretty sure that Nova Southeastern out of Florida is in the championship game for the men. That's a shot into left field, and we'll get down for a base hit. So Arkansas Tech will have runners at first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. As they go to the top of the order to Tyler Sardelli. Sardelli came into game 2, batting .313 on the season.
First baseman Tyler Sardelli.
0 for 2 in game 2. Let's score a run because he reached on an error. So Luke House flirted with danger in the second and third, gave 1 run up in the third. Now a runner in scoring position with 1 out could use a nicely placed ground ball. There is a ground ball to the right side. Cox's only play is going to be at first. And so it will advance the runners. So runners at second and third now with 2 outs for Cole Dawson, of course. So Cole Dawson has had a game in the field already in the first 3 innings. Coach Dave Brown, pitching coach for Ouachita, is going to go out and talk to Luke House. Only bringing Bolin in, so not the entire infield.
This looks to be just like just a little bit of a talk. Wants to make sure his pitcher is doing well, and you saw after that last play that he was able to produce a ground ball and give them that out, just 1 out away now from getting out of the top of the 4th. Yeah, obviously, no pitchers in the bullpen right now for Ouachita anyway, so House still at least is looking to go the distance at this point.
Well, and he's getting ready to face the next 2 batters, have 3 of the 5 hits for Arkansas Tech. Dawson is 1 for 1, and he was hit by a pitch. And then Murray has 2 hits for Arkansas Tech, so Coach Brown going out, getting House and Bolin on the same page. And then see if he can't settle in and get this 3rd out. Obviously, Dawson will try to give Arkansas Tech the lead with a base hit. It's all about where your spot is, and that was a nicely placed fastball down the middle for a called strike 1. So now you're ahead in the count. If you can get the batter to a situation where they start guessing, you really have the advantage. Dawson shown what he can do. That's fisted into right field, and the catch is made by Gavin Jacobs, and the side is retired. So 2 more stranded for the Wonder Boys. Luke House gets out of another one. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, tied at 1 on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
What are you doing in there? What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Bottom of the 4th inning, tied at 1. Ouachita's lone run came on a solo home run from Garrett Graham. That came in the 2nd inning. Arkansas Tech responded in the top of the 3rd with a run. Luke House got out of a jam in the 3rd and the 4th, stranded 5 Wonder Boys on base in those 2 innings, and now Ouachita bats in the bottom of the 4th.
Batting for the Tigers, the right fielder, Gavin Jacobs.
It'll be 3-4-5 for the Tigers. Gavin Jacobs, Jackson Jester, and Garrett Graham against Daniel Hutchison out for his 4th inning of work for Dave Dawson and the Wonder Boys. First pitch swinging from Jacobs. That's going to get down for a Texas leaguer. Murray was playing deep enough to where he was not going to have a chance to make that catch, and it is a leadoff single for Jacobs. So the freshman gets a single, hands it off to another freshman. Jackson Jester, the DH, stands in from the left side. Chris Babb, Isaac Bourne with you. Beautiful afternoon for a doubleheader in Southwest Arkansas. Breaking ball catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. These coaches are saying this game is in the hands of Daniel Hutchison for Tech and of Luke House for Ouachita. Nobody in either bullpen. The 0-1 pitch outside. The runner is going. The throw down to second is in time.
Dawson just continuing what has been a great game for him. That's another put out. Up to 3 putouts today for him, and that's just a great throw by the catcher Olea.
Yeah, and I can't tell if it was a design pitch out or just ended up being a pitch out. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, but they got Ouachita on the pitch out. Olea made a nice throw, and so the leadoff base hit is erased with the 2-6 caught stealing, and now the count is 1-2 on Jackson Jester. So you go just that quickly from having a runner on base and a head in the count, trying to get something going, and runner caught stealing. The 1-2 pitch, that's fouled down the first base line. And Jackson Jester will stand in there and do it again. I think that's a similar pitch that he missed on earlier that worked out for him, because Olea saw the runner breaking, was just able to get out of his crouch, catch it, and make a throw. I think after seeing that pitch, it might be what happened on the caught stealing. The 2-2 pitch inside, ball 3. Jester had to do some nifty footwork to get out of the way of that one. These two teams met in a midweek game in March. Arkansas Tech won 8-5. Jester stays alive, fouling that one down. This kind of ends a mini homestand for Ouachita. They'll have a midweek game at Harding on Tuesday night at Jerry Moore Field at 6 p.m. And then they'll go to Arkansas Monticello for 3 games next weekend on April 4th and 5th. And then they'll have, as Jester sticks the bat out, and that is a fair ball. And Jester is thrown out. He thought it was foul and didn't run down the line. It was a fair ball. And Bard had an easy throw across the diamond for the second out of the inning. Another midweek game, well, that's early week game, Monday the 7th at Henderson State. And then back to action here for a midweek game on Tuesday the 8th against Christian Brothers. So the next home weekend series will be April 18th and 19th as Ouachita hosts Northwestern Oklahoma State. Garrett Graham fouls that one back into the net. Count is 1-1 to the Ouachita left fielder, who accounted for the only run of the game for Ouachita with a solo home run in the second. He bats with nobody on and 2 outs here in the fourth. 1-1 pitch outside for ball 2. Hutchison not wanting to make the same mistake he did on the first plate appearance from Graham. The 2-1 pitch, but he might have, and that was foul down the left field line. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Garrett Graham, batting 5th in the Ouachita lineup. Bottom of the 4th of this 7-inning game. Graham pops that one into right field. Drifting, got room, and cannot make the play, and he just busted through the gate.
Jenkins taking a bit of a tumble over there. Let's hope he's okay.
He's good.
It's not the first time he's taken a tumble into the visitors' bullpen.
He and that gate have had, or that fence have had a couple of encounters today.
He lost a pair of sunglasses to it earlier. Then
kept them on his head this time.
This time he'll keep the sunglasses, and he'll need them because the sun's beating down here at around 5:20 here in Arkadelphia, Arkansas Central Time.
Twos across the board. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the side is retired, so nothing doing for the Tigers in the 4th. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base. That hit was erased on the caught stealing. We're through 4. 1-1 back for the 5th after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
Welcome back to Rab Rogers Field. This is Isaac Bourne joined by Chris Babb. I'll take over the play-by-play duties. He'll go back on color. And scores tied at 1 apiece as Luke House takes back to the rubber. So far today, that one run. He's only allowed that said one run. And stepping up to the plate in the 3-hole for Arkansas Tech to start off the inning will be Simon Murray. Today he's picked up 2 hits. So Luke House hoping to retire him early.
Simon Murray.
And a breaking ball there is able to find the corner of the zone. Murray just watches it go by for the first strike. Swing and a miss for Murray, and now Luke House, big advantage in the count. Now he can start to go for some of those pitches that might entice Murray to swing.
A little pop in the glove on that one. A little heat. There you go again. A little velocity. Try to get our gun connected again, or app to check the gun out, but that was a little pop in Joseph Boland's mitt there.
Murray, he's going to put his bat to it, and the catch is made out by Graham in left field. So Simon Murray will fly out to start the inning, and that'll set up the 4-hole for Arkansas Tech. Christian Olea batting .324 on the season. He's got 2 home runs and 19 RBIs to his name. The breaking ball goes high for House, that one. He'll foul that off to the left side. Looked like it maybe had a little bit of potential to go down that third baseline, but it'll curve off to the left a little bit more. 0-2 count once again for House. And he'll check his swing wisely, and he'll let that one go by for a ball. Olea, he'll get a hold of it. It'll be towards the left field gap, and it'll get down. Christian Olea, he'll take a base. And that'll put a runner on first, as now the 5-hole for Tech comes up to the plate. Sawyer Duddleston. He'll have a chance to make something happen. So far today, he's been walked and struck out in his 2 plate appearances.
Fastball came in at 86 from Luke House.
And a swing and a miss. You might be able to say the heater is working in the house right now.
That was 87 upstairs, and Duddleston had a hard time laying off of that one. And House is ahead in the count 0-2.
He's been here twice before this inning. And he'll stay alive. He'll clip it behind him. Tigers hoping to pick up a win here to force a rubber match tomorrow at 1 o'clock on Sunday after falling 7-5 in the earlier game here at Rab Rogers Field. House, that one will go to the outside.
Right now, and forecast looks like tomorrow should be a pretty day.
And House, that one just a little too high for the senior. Duddleston sticking in there after falling 0-2 to start the count. He'll get a piece of it, and he'll go down the third baseline just shy of fair territory. Umpire will call time. Duddleston, he gets a hold of the breaking ball from House, but he'll send it yet again to the left foul territory.
He got a little bit more of that one than he did the previous ones. This is a great at-bat from Duddleston. Was down in the hole 0-2, fought a couple off, let a couple go by, and now he's got the count at full at 3 balls, 2 strikes here with a runner out, with 1 out and a runner on first.
Full count for House. He'll check on the runner on first. Fans thought for a second they might have got him, but LeMasters.
It was a good move. Good move by House. LeMasters applied the tag, but just not in time.
And the breaking ball just a little high for House. And that'll put 2 runners on base.
That was a tremendous at bat from Duddleston. He recognized it. The little encouragement yell towards the Tech dugout. That was a quality at bat by Duddleston, not in the statistical term, but just a good, it doesn't go down as an at bat, but just a good plate appearance from Duddleston, battling back from 0-2 and getting on base.
Kirby Jenkins in the batter's box now.
You know, we mentioned it, House stranded 5 Wonder Boys over the last 2 innings. Don't want to flirt with fire too much.
House able to find the zone that time, and the scoreboard reads 1-1-1.
Yeah, that one broke over. That had to catch about the front corner of that plate. Kirby Jenkins looking for his first hit of the game. That would most likely give Arkansas Tech another lead.
Jenkins, he gets a bat to it, but that'll foul off to the right side, so 2-2 count. House just 1 strike away from another strikeout. He's got 2 in the game so far. House up to 80 pitches. So starting to get up there. Obviously no one warming up in the Ouachita bullpen as of yet. And they're going to say he tipped it.
Yep. I couldn't tell, obviously from our vantage point, I couldn't tell. You could see it better at home. I heard the tip and saw the catch. We just didn't have a good angle to see if it hit the ground before, but obviously it didn't, and that was a nice catch by Joseph Bolin to allow House to record his second strikeout. Record the second out of the inning, sorry.
House able to field it, and he'll make the easy play at first. And Luke House, he'll keep the Wonder Boys off the board once again, stranding 2 more runners on base in the process. We'll be back for Ouachita's at-bat in just a second here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
And welcome back from Rab Rogers Field. You get a little close-up shot of one of the Ouachita coaches as we go in. Up on the mound still for the Wonder Boys, number 21, Daniel Hutchison. Talking off camera just a second ago, he leads the Wonder Boys in innings pitched this season. And now Joseph Bolin will look to go up against him to start off the inning, followed by Reese McWilliams and Aiden LeMasters.
Hutchinson had 7-inning outing. His last outing against East Central, 5 against Southeastern. He's gone about 5 or 6 in average over 5 of his last 6 starts. The only outing that he went shorter than that was a 3-inning outing against Arkansas Monticello, where they kind of roughed him up, 10 hits in 3 innings. But obviously got better stuff today, and so I would expect that Coach Dawson and crew are going to go with him as long as he kind of keeps the Tigers at bay.
And so far he has. While there's no action in the Arkansas Tech bullpen, you start to see a little bit of movement over in the Ouachita bullpen. That looks to be Austin Bagnall getting his arm warmed up over there, but we'll give you a little bit of an update on that when Ouachita moves back on defense.
Yeah, I would imagine House will go out again. You know, it's just that he's only given up 1 run on 6 hits, but there has been some stressful ABs. You know, he's gotten a lot of had the base runners have stranded, I think 6 or 7 in the last 3 innings, so they're flirting with it. But Luke House has been able to get out of some jams so far. That came in at 90. That fastball from Hutchinson for a called strike 2 came in on the gun at 90.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away from out number 2 in the inning. Here's McWilliams. He'll watch that one go by. He'll go out towards the outside. He'll clip that one, keep himself alive for the next one. Clip it off towards his own dugout. And a swing and a miss for Reese McWilliams. And that's another strikeout for Hutchison. He's only got 2 today, but he's done very well at managing this game. And now Aiden LeMasters, the freshman, will look to change the tides after 2 quick outs for the Tigers.
That fastball missed, but it came in at 91, so Hutchison still has the velocity and may even be getting faster as he goes on.
LeMasters, he'll put that one out towards Dawson, and
who
else would make the assist there? Another put out that time for Sardelli, and that'll send us to another break. We'll be back for the top of the 6th in just a minute here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. Alright, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Some infield subs for Ouachita. Subbing in Logan Bell at first base for Aiden LeMasters. And that'll be the lone substitution for now, as Luke House will stay on the mound. We did talk about before the break. There is a pitcher warming up in the Ouachita bullpen, maybe two, not quite sure at the moment, but Bagnall, Austin Bagnall, number 1, is getting his arm loose. House, he has left 9 runners on base in this game so far. Obviously only relinquished the 1 run, but still making things a little bit hard to bear if you're a head coach like Coach Howard.
Yep. On the other end, Coach Dave Dawson has seen his son Cole kind of control things. One of the most solid shortstops in the conference. I mentioned Brian Ramsey next door. I said he's having quite a day. He said he's having quite a year.
1-2 count for House. He'll defer to the first base ump, and he'll say that he did check his swing in time. So, staying alive here is Bard. And that time, he did not check his swing. That's a full swing and an out. It's another strikeout for Luke House. Count it 4 on the day.
The high heat, 92. That's what that one came in on the gun, and Luke House went upstairs, and it's kind of hard to lay off of that one.
Temperature knocking on 80 degrees, but the only thing hotter than that has to be the pitches from House. And Cox is going to make the easy play at first base. Logan Bell able to make the putout.
First baseman, Tyler Sardelli.
Now the lineup turns over for the Wonder Boys, as now Tyler Sardelli, the first baseman for ATU, will step up to the plate. And Luke House, facing a bullpen that's getting warmed up, he decides it's time now to turn it on. Nearing 100 pitches in this one. He's got up to 94 now, but now having one of his best innings of the game so far. Already retired 2 quick ones, and now a 1-1 count for the senior.
We saw him do this last week too in the 7th inning. This is only the 6th. In the 7th inning, he struck out all 3 batters he faced in the 7th, so he got stronger as it went on last week too.
And that one will be to McWilliams. Takes a shuffle, and the scoop is made by Bell, but just great base running that time by Sardelli, able to get to the base in time. And that really there, Chris, just has to be one less shuffle by McWilliams, and he might have been able to make the play in time.
Possibly so. It was had to catch it on a weird hop, and didn't quite get enough behind it.
Instead of the inning turning over, it'll be another batter faced for House, and who else but
Yeah,
Cole
really.
Dawson right now, having a great game in the field. We talked about it on and off the broadcast today, just how spectacular he's been, and that one's going to be a swing and a miss.
That play at first was a lot closer than I thought it was, going back and looking at the replay. That was, he might have gotten him. Coach Howard, they've got the camera system, the aware camera system here. They've not cleared it for conference play. But Coach Howard was telling me before the game that he believes in some of their midweek games that they have in the month of April, that they may try to use it and to see if to kind of test it out, so he can kind of give everybody feedback.
And that one a little too far on the inside for House, so it'll be a 2-1 count. Just 2 strikes away from retiring the inning. And that one popped up behind him, might hit the box up here. Just going to miss it, I think. 2-2-2 reads the scoreboard. Throw is made at second, and it's going to hop up over the base. And unfortunate procession for the Tigers as Sardelli, he's going to make it all the way to third base after the throw from Bolin. He's going to hop up over the second base, and now very dangerous position for Luke House.
3-2. Here we go, big pitch for House and Dawson.
And he's going to hit him on the pitch, and that's going to send number 14 for Arkansas Tech, Cole Dawson, to first base.
We're going to have that replay. Here's the bang, bang. And that's close. It was a pretty good shot there by our camera, good replay, and that was very close. At 50-50 call, and that would have gone either way. I think that one would have held up on replay.
House able to find it on the inside.
The delayed steal. Bolin had Sardelli at third. Bolin faked a throw down to third. Sardelli took about 2 or 3 steps like he thought Bolin actually had thrown it. So now 2 runners in scoring position. House flirting with danger again. And the hot Murray up at the plate. Got 2 hits today. He's the only Wonder Boy with more than 1 hit. He's got 2 of the 7. 5 other players have 1 hit.
Meanwhile, the Tigers just 1 strike away from getting out of this. Murray, he'll stay alive, foul it off to the left side. Precarious position for Ouachita. The game starting to wean away. This has been 1-1 for most of the time. Now this just the second to last opportunity for Arkansas Tech to put numbers on the board. That one will go up, foul out behind him. House
gone
still
with a couple of fastballs. I wonder if you try to get a breaking ball here to fool him.
And the swing and the miss, dropped third strike. Bolin has to make the throw. And they're going to say he hit the runner. And so what an unfortunate sequence of events as the dropped third strike is unable to be played on, as Bolin just unable to make the throw to first.
That's tough for Luke House.
Coach Howard going out to talk to him.
He's already motioned to the bullpen.
And you see Bagnall starting to make his steps out there. Austin Bagnall, he'll start his time up at the rubber, and after an unfortunate sequence of events, Arkansas Tech leads 3-1 here in the top of the 6th. We'll be back to talk to you about Bagnall in just a little bit here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Ouachita. Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Austin Bagnall taking to the mound following a very unfortunate sequence of events for Ouachita. Just nearly getting out of the inning. 2 outs, 2 strikes, 3 balls. House pitches a perfect strike. Joseph Boland would drop the pitch and then unable to make the throw to first, and allowing Arkansas Tech to bring 2 runners home. Now they lead 3-1. Bagnell hoping to get Ouachita out of this one with a runner on second. Looking at Bagnell on the season coming into this game, he's 1-3 on the year. He's made 8 appearances. This will be number 9. He started 3 games. He's pitched 18 1/3 innings, allowed 14 hits, 13 runs, and his ERA is 2.95. So Bagnell, a guy coming off an injury to start the year, now looking healthy this year. We'll see what he can do. The junior right-handed pitcher will pitch up against number 11, Christian Olea, the catcher for this Wonder Boy team. In Bagnell, those first 2 will go low. And the breaking ball finds the zone. Nice pitch that time by Bagnell, and he'll get himself back on track. Two-one. Here's the junior. Swing and a miss that time for Olea. And so now Bagnell's battled himself back to a 2-2 count, just 1 strike away from sending his team back to the dugout and onto the plate. Olea, he'll pop that one out to left field, and Garrett Graham's got to take 2 steps before making the catch, and that's what will send us to another break. Ouachita relinquishes 2 unfortunate runs and then finally gets the final out due to Austin Bagnell right there. We'll be back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
At the time, I just wasn't thinking. I used social media to vent. I wish I would have thought about the effects of scaring people. I didn't mean for that to happen. People took it as a terrorist threat. The university got shut down. I got arrested by the FBI. And now, I don't know what my future looks like. I search my name on the web almost every day and look at the stuff. It's not going away. Think before you post.
Welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Up to the mound once again, right-handed pitcher Daniel Hutchinson. So far today, he's had 5 innings of work, looking for number 6 here. And he'll look up against Andrew Cox, the batter in the 9 hole, before the lineup turns back over to Isaac Nowell and Wesley Scott following.
Arkansas Tech, 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Ouachita, 1 run, 4 hits, and 3 errors, a couple of those costly.
Cox, the Hot Springs native, will watch that one go by for a ball.
If he didn't have batting gloves on, he would have been able to feel the breeze on his hands on that one.
Speaking of the breeze, now the wind blowing just a little bit slightly towards the right side.
He went 91 on the fastball on the first pitch to 80 on that breaking ball.
He'll pop that one up right over the plate. And the catch is made by Bard. One out on the board. Now the lineup turns over. Here's Isaac Nowell hoping to change his team's fortunes. They only trail by 2. So a good inning for this Ouachita team surely can get them back into this one. And you know, Chris, every time they say let's go, Isaac, I for a second, feel a little pride of myself before I realize that Isaac Nowell is up on the plate.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're not thinking about you up here in the box. I mean, no offense, not trying to bust your bubble or anything.
None taken as he fouls it off to the right side. Had to think about that one for a second. It hurt. Right to the core. 0-2 count for Hutchison. He's looking to pick up his 4th win of the season today. And he'll get a hold of it, but now puts it right in the glove of the third baseman for Arkansas Tech. And now that's 2 great plays this time for Brendan Bard. That's 2 straight putouts for the junior. Now Wesley Scott. He'll have a chance at it here with 2 outs on the board. Ouachita looking to make a rally.
Lots of rain yesterday. And with the wind and the sun, I still see the pollen flying up across the way down the right field line.
I've seen it gathering on just about every screen we've got in here, too.
Yeah, and we dusted it off once when we came in earlier today. The vehicles are yellow. You can just see it if I look out down the right field line out to Highway 7 and 10th Street, and you just kind of see it flying out of the trees and across the way. Therefore, you have a lot of sniffling and coughing on the broadcast today.
That's for sure. As both of us going through that.
Oh my goodness!
And just what a play that time by Sardelli, able to control his body and able to field that one. And Wesley Scott is going to ground out for the end of the frame. Ouachita, they trail 3-1 going into the final inning. Going to hope to hold Arkansas Tech up here before making one final run at it here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
For years, we've said we'll be on your side, by your side.
We all stand by that promise.
I'm proud to be a part of a team of attorneys who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side.
So if you've been injured,
we'll be on your side, by your side.
Austin Bagnall going for his first full inning of work and the final inning of this one, barring extra innings. Tigers trail 3-1 as Arkansas Tech takes back to the plate. This time, due up will be Sawyer Duddleston leading off, followed by Kirby Jenkins and Colby Webb up second and third. So far today, Duddleston's been walked twice and struck out once. So not too much action on the bat, but nevertheless, he's been in the game and he's made things happen. He had that very productive at-bat earlier where he was able to force a walk just due to his ability to stay in there with smart batting. And that time he's going to hit that one into shallow center field and get it down for another hit. Arkansas Tech up to 8 hits today. They've doubled Ouachita's total despite only leading by 2. It'll be a lineup change for Arkansas Tech. Coming in now, number 8, Grant Jones, the senior out of Little Rock, Arkansas, transfer from Seminole State College.
Figured Jones might be in there to bunt, as 64 at-bats on the season, only 9 hits, 141 average. Does have 10 RBI, 1 triple, 4 doubles, so can't hit extra bases, but figure he's a bunter as well.
Bagnall able to make the play at first, but that will advance the runner to second. 1 out on the board for the Tigers.
So Jones comes in as a pinch hitter, does his job, and now a runner is in scoring position for the Wonder Boys.
Up to the plate, number 16 for the Wonder Boys, yes, it'll be Colby Webb, excuse me. Had a little bit of confusion looking at my lineup card there, but Colby Webb, he'll take the strike first.
It happens. 16th inning of baseball today.
Bagnall, that one will curve a little bit to the outside.
Anytime you say this many words in this short amount of time, you're going to have mistakes. Hey, I don't think we've said the wrong batter this game like we did in game 1, right?
He's got to keep calling us out for that one. We both had that mistake earlier. It's Bagnall checking on a runner on second. Typically, you don't see that run out. You don't see him making that throw, but able to quickly get it to Cox.
Yeah, trying to keep Duddleston out there honest.
Duddleston on the season, 6 for 8 on stolen base attempts. 1-1-1 reads the scoreboard. 2-1-1 reads the scoreboard, excuse me. Bagnall looking to battle back. 3-1 is the count. Finds the zone, so now we've got a full count.
That one came in at 87. Bagnall trying to strand a runner. I believe there have been at least 9, possibly 10 runners stranded for 10 runners stranded for Tech today.
And Bagnall, he's going to walk Webb. So now with 2 runners on base on first and second. Up to the plate now, number 10, Brendan Bard. He's had a great game in the field today. We'll see if he can make an impact at the plate.
Pinch runner for Tech, Drew Vega. Saw him pinch run in the first game and then got an at-bat. So Vega, the redshirt freshman from Dardanelle, Arkansas. Excuse me, the pinch runner. So now Bard at the plate looking for his first hit today. He's walked once, struck out once, and big spot here.
Bagnall finds the bottom of the zone there, and that one looked like it had some velocity as well.
Yeah, it came in at 88. He did hit 90 on one pitch earlier this inning.
Swing and a miss by Bard, so 0-2.
That one had to look like a beach ball right there, and then it just kind of disappeared. A breaking ball started up in the zone, took 10 miles an hour off of that fastball to the breaking ball, so 78-mile-an-hour curveball got him.
He'll get a hold of it. Cox able to field it. The double play in effect, and it happens.
Little glove flip from Cox to Scott. And the finish. So Bagnall gets the 4-6-3 double play to a nice little leather work there by Andrew Cox to start the double play.
After the incredible defensive play by Ouachita, they've got one final frame to make something happen and pick up a win to force the rubber match tomorrow. We'll see you right back in just a second here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. Alright, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
Changes in the lineup for Arkansas Tech as we start off the bottom of this seventh inning. Grant Jones moves to center field, and then Simon Murray is going to move out to right field.
Isaac, the Tigers need two, so the tying run is on deck. You know, I mean, that's where you get, and this is the exact same place they were last game. They were there one time last weekend against Oklahoma Baptist as well, so Gavin Jacobs can get it started and just got to get a runner on, get something positive going. Jacobs, the freshman, try to do that for the Tigers. He does have one of Ouachita's 4 hits today.
A win here also for Ouachita would mean keeping them out of 500 in the conference play. So far they sit at 10-9, trying to stay above that 500 mark. Swing and a miss for Jacobs. So now 1 strike away from picking up the first out. So far, Daniel Hutchinson has gone the distance. While there is just a little bit of movement in the Arkansas Tech bullpen, I don't see any reason to take him out at this point.
No, I think this is Hutchinson. They're not throwing. They're just standing. You got one pitcher that has a ball, but I think this is Hutchinson's to win. I think it would take something significant for them to warm. You know, there's not enough wiggle room there. I don't know if anybody get warmed that quickly.
Hutchinson, that one will catch the outside and just barely miss. 2-2 count here for the Tigers. And they're going to say he didn't check his swing in time.
Yeah, didn't even have to check first base. Check with the first base umpire on that when he couldn't quite check it. And Hutchinson gets the all-important first out of the 7th.
Now here's Jackson Jester, freshman from Pottsboro, Texas, looking to change the tides here. Just 2 runs away are the Tigers. The tying run still on deck, though.
Well, that one came in at 91, so I talked about Luke House getting stronger as he went on a couple innings ago. Hutchinson has hit 90-plus a couple of times.
Hutchinson only up to 68 pitches in this game as well.
That's another reason that you'll probably not see anybody in the pen. I mean, 69 pitches now, and he's still hitting. That one came across red at 92.
Jester, he'll get a bat to it, but he'll foul it off to the right side.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Tigers down to their last 2 outs. Need 2 runs.
1-2 count. 1 strike away from out number 2. He gets a hold of it, and he gets it through the infield. Jackson Jester will put himself on base, and now the game-tying run is at the plate.
That's the definition of a seeing eye single, just where it needed to be. second baseman Ray was playing him to pull a little bit more than that, and probably have a pinch runner here too. As you look at Jester coming off the field, that was a nicely placed ball, and Cade Bowman will come in and run for Jester. Bowman, the freshman from Little Rock Christian, does have good speed.
Bowman, he's picked up 2 stolen bases in 3 attempts this season. And now here's Garrett Graham, the man who put the 1 run on the board for Ouachita earlier in this one with the homer. I'm sure that Coach Howard would not be upset to see him do it here. That one's going to foul off into the Arkansas Tech bullpen.
That fence has Murray just really didn't have any help from his bullpen either, telling him fence, fence. There's a warning track there, so you feel a different under your feet, but a little help from my friends to get by. Stealing a line from the Beatles would have been nice.
Hutchinson just 2 outs away from closing this one out. Graham, he'll foul that one off behind him. So now 0-2 is the count. Hutchison very close to picking up a strikeout here. He's only got 3 in this game, but the way he's been a great game manager today is what has kept this Arkansas Tech team from relinquishing the lead.
That one came in at 92 on the gun. Catcher set up a little bit outside. Nice pitch. Nice job by Graham of not going after it. Alea was set up outside. Breaking ball started outside and broke to the glove. Sometimes you get the call, didn't quite get it there.
And that's a swing and a miss for Garrett Graham, and a very important strikeout for the Wonder Boys. And now it's all up to Joseph Bolin. 1 out to go for Arkansas Tech to go undefeated on the day. And the catcher has an opportunity here to keep his team in this one. Bolin watches that one go by for a strike. 0-1 count. And that one will hit the dirt.
Yeah, nice job by Olea back there of getting out and catching that one off the short hop, keeping Bowman at first base, although that run doesn't really mean anything right now. That's why they're not holding him on.
And 1 strike away is Hutchison from closing this game out. 1-2 is the count. Bolin in a desperate position here. And looking, Bolin is struck out, and that one will give Arkansas Tech the 2nd win on the day. Wonder Boys pull away in the 6th inning with 2 runs, and that's enough to give Arkansas Tech the undefeated day, going 2-0 in the doubleheader. And that'll send us to the end. Your final score, Arkansas Tech 3, Ouachita 1. Join us tomorrow for the 3rd game in this series. And thank you for the staff and crew on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network today. Obviously, Chris and I have been the commentators, but also thank you, Chris, for also running the camera on this one. And then thank you to Director Madeline Colzer, graphics Chloe Velleman, and Also, Gavin Wallace in there as well, running the replay. You see them waving at us on the broadcast.
Sure, were a whole lot more full bags of chips back there before these games. Now you just cut us off. Yeah.
And they got to turn it off now.
Yeah, they had a lot of bags of chips back there. I don't know if they're going to need supper from me to buy their supper or not. But I guess I will. I'll be a nice guy. Isaac will be back tomorrow. 1 o'clock is the start time for the single 9-inning game. Looks like the weather is going to behave, so we'll be back on the air a little bit before 1 and see if the Tigers can't salvage one of these 3.
So after church tomorrow, make sure to tune in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, and we'll have you a nice matinee game here live from Rab Rogers Field. But today, Ouachita falling short once again. Arkansas Tech picking up the big GAC win, 3-1. This has been Isaac Bourne and Chris Babb. Thank you for watching here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.